another episode of the Menace Report, weekly prediction show. This is my solo joint. Now, before I get into it, Money, Brolic, and Monday Night Squad. No, you're not about to hear Ice Cube. This ain't Riggedy Check Yourself. No, that's the message right there you hearing. That's Grandmaster Flash, baby. You don't know about that, you might want to go back, youngins, and check it out. Woo! Now, let me stop this, and we're going to get into these predictions. Now, folks, before we even get into the predictions, week 5 results. I went 5-2. Pretty damn good. I'm also ecstatic because I beat my brother, Thaddeus. I'm sorry to knock you out of that top spot, but I had to do it. I'm struggling for them W's, so I got to go on the run. Grid, I'm still waiting because I didn't understand your message when I was waiting. I didn't understand that. That's why I responded the way I did. So I'm waiting for you to help me out so I can understand what you was talking about. Because I got to come with a plan, and that was my plan, is try to go at least 3-1 the next 4. And maybe I have a shot. Maybe. You never know. Crazy things has happened, especially with all these injuries. So stop wasting time, Roberto. Let's go into these week 6 predictions for the Drink Bears, Don't Shed Tears Fantasy Football Leagues, running 16 years. Here we go. At the quarterback spots, we got Deshaun Watson going against Kansas City, going against Phillip Rivers. Now, I forgot to even mention, this is Menace to Fantasy versus Rome Swag is back. Okay, now, I'm currently sitting in the 11th spot at a 2-3 record, and Rome is currently in the 7th spot at 2-1. So, now here we go. Quarterback spots, Deshaun Watson going against Kansas City versus Phillip Rivers going against my beat-down Steelers. Now, Kansas City, I'm assuming that Houston-Kansas City game, there should be some points up there. The same with the Phillip Rivers. I think the Pitt is, they're hurting right now. So I think Phillip at home is going to put up some numbers. But, of course, I'm going to lean Deshaun Watson. He had 5 touchdowns last week. I'm not calling 5 touchdowns again, but he's going to have to keep pace with Mahomes. So I'm going to lean towards Watson here. Wide receiver spots, we're going Odell Beckham, Larry Fitzgerald. Beckham is going against Seattle. Fitzgerald is going against Atlanta. I'm going to go Larry Fitzgerald on this one, going against Atlanta. Odell has been a letdown. I'm still holding on to him, not letting him go, because I know I will not get value in return if I put him out there for trade. So I'm going to have to hold on to him. I need Baker to get his ish together. He didn't really no help from the O-line, but he needs to get it together. Next wide receiver spot, Curtis Samuels versus Christian Kirk. Kirk is still questionable. If he plays, I would lean towards Kirk. If he plays, I'm going to know. Samuel, he keeps on getting targeted. They keep trying to get him. They just haven't connected him and the young boy quarterback. They haven't connected, but they're trying. But I'm still going to lean towards Kirk if he plays. Running back 1 spots, we got Kerryon Johnson going against Adam Jones. Adam Jones, what a game he had against Green Bay. You know, and now he's on Monday night. He goes against Detroit. So I'll give the edge to Adam Jones, even though Kerryon's playing that Monday night game too. And the way they might try to play against Green Bay is try to run the ball a little bit more and don't turn it into a shootout and try to keep it on the ground. Next running back spots. Oh, you got teammates going head-to-head here. We got Philip Lindsay going against Royce Freeman. Who is going to be the recipient of the majority of the carries? It really depends who's got the hot hand. They got a tough matchup going against Tennessee. Very tough. I'm going to lean towards Lindsay because he's been hot right now, so I'm going to lean towards Lindsay on that one. But they have a tough matchup against Tennessee. Tennessee's D is tough. Tight end spots. This is where I think I'm taking this victory right here. Everett from the Rams. It's going against Herndon. Herndon is questionable. He just got off suspension. He's already questionable. So I don't even know if he's playing. I know Sam Darnold's going to be out there, but, you know, has he had time to gel? So I'm going to go Everett. Everett's been balling the past 2 games. I'm hoping that he continues to stay a part of this passing game. And Brandon Cooks might not play, so that might just help out Everett's cause. And we're going into the flex, which is basically a crapshoot for me because MVS was a no-show. But when you got somebody scoring 3 touchdowns, Jones, they really didn't have to put the ball up in the air against Dallas. And plus, Dallas got some decent DBs. I'll give them that. And their linebackers is tough. Going against Alshon Jeffrey, he's got a tough matchup against Minnesota. So I'm going to go lean towards MVS. Hopefully, Devontae Adams plays so the attention can come off of MVS because he's really not a number 1. He's a compliment. So I'm hoping Adams plays so maybe I can get a deep shot, maybe, MVS Monday night. Okay? And I usually don't do this. I'll throw the defense in there. I picked up Washington for a reason. Even though they stink, Miami stinks too. So I'm hoping Washington defense The coach is going, maybe they're out there like, okay, I'm playing for the next coach that's coming in. They're not going to out there, they're playing hard like, because I want to have a job for this new coach, whoever's taking over. Okay, so I'm going to lean towards Washington. So first matchup, I'm taking myself, even though I don't like doing it. Menace with the victory. Okay, next matchup, we're going all Madden versus Ice Baby. The first ever back-to-back champion. Now, Ice, all I got to say is, you got some things to do. You don't want to get on a losing streak, brother. You was hot to love a hot start. Excuse me, folks. You might have to do some training, bro. I know you sit there and you just sitting there. Don't sit there in this L, because you got a tough matchup here. You got L. L sitting at 4-1 in second place. Ice is sitting in third place at 4-1. We're going to the quarterback spots. We got Carson Wentz going against Minnesota versus Dak Prescott going against the Jets. Of course, I'm going to lean towards Dak, because the Jets got some hard hitters on D. But Minnesota's defense to me is better than the Jets. So I'm going to lean towards Prescott. Wide receivers, we got Michael Thomas going against Jacksonville. And I heard this morning that Jalen Ramsey was at practice yesterday going against Keenan Allen, Pittsburgh. Keenan Allen kills the Steelers. So I'm leaning towards Ice again. Keenan Allen destroys the Steelers. I'm hoping, Fitzpatrick, something, we can hit Keenan or something. Michael Gallup. Mad that I traded him the tooth, because Michael Gallup can play. This boy is good. That's why I drafted him. He is good. Michael Gallup going against the Jets. So that Prescott hits him up, it's going to hurt Ice a little bit, because Gallup is on Madden's team going against Devontae Adams. Has he practiced? I don't know, because he's not on my team, so I really haven't been paying attention. It's a Monday, so it's almost like a gamble. If you don't hear no positive by Friday that he's out there practicing, you get a little leery there, Ice, with Devontae Adams on the Monday night. But I'm going to lean towards Gallup here, just because I haven't heard anything about Adams. Running backs, Nick Chubb versus Eckler. I'm going to lean towards Chubb. I'm going to lean towards Chubb, because we don't know when they're going to have to start giving the ball to Melvin. He had a little bit last week, but they was passing more, and this is why Eckler was still efficient, because I think he had like 10 receptions, I think. But I'm leaning to Chubb is balling. All right. We going Devontae Freeman, and I was wrong about him. I had a feeling, and it was wrong, but that's fantasy football. Going against James White, who plays Sunday against the Giants. I don't even think they're going to need James White, tell you the truth. The Giants' defense is horrible. So I'm going to lean towards Freeman. Arizona's D is not that good, so I'm leaning towards Freeman. Hopefully he can turn it on. Tight end, Andrews, questionable. I don't know if he's playing. I don't know. And Ice is going with Fant, whatever you want to call it. That right there, that should just throw up. I know that the tight end landscape is kind of pitiful, but just because Andrews is questionable, I'll lean towards Ice on this one. But if Andrews plays, yeah, he's gonna dominate, and Fant is be lucky. I don't. Tevin Coleman in the flex. Tevin came out and had a big game, first game back. He's going against D.D. Westbrook, New Orleans. Tevin Coleman. Rams got a tough D, but Coleman, he does well. And Shanahan, they got the connection. Shanahan, him and Burrito, a nice little 1-2 punch, and we're going into the defense. Ice still hasn't decided who he's going with his D. And L's got New England tonight against the Giants, Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes doesn't have nobody to throw to but Golden Tate. I don't know if Barkley's playing tonight, maybe. But I'm going to lean towards all Madden with the victory. Ice, let's get yourself together, brother. Don't start a losing streak, man. You're doing good. Don't start now, brother. Don't sit there and just let it happen. Next matchup, we got Brolic Blue going against Gridiron God. All right. We got Brolic at 2-3 in 10th spot, and Grid is at 2-3 in the 8th spot. Let's look at the quarterbacks. Jameis Winston going against Carolina. Carolina's defense is good, but this is a division game. Don't forget that. So they know each other. And Mahomes is going to get Houston. I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes. I know he has a little ankle issue right now, but this is almost like a playoff game type atmosphere here. Houston versus KC. Mahomes, I'm guaranteeing at least 2 touchdowns here. So I'm going to lean towards Patrick. Amari Cooper going against the Jets, going against D-Hop. D-Hop has been kind of quiet. I think the bounce back game comes this week. I think, Will Fuller got the love with 3 TDs last week. I'm not saying 3 touchdowns, but I think D-Hop finds the end zone. He has a big game. D-Hop in his matchup. The next one, we got Landry Jones going against Seattle, going against Godwin, Chris Godwin. Of course, Godwin. He's a beast. Chris Godwin. Leaning towards there. Running backs, we're going Le'Veon Bell going against Dallas. going against Cook. Delvin Cook versus Philly. Now, Philly has a tough D, but Dallas linebackers is tough too. This is almost, they kind of nullify it. It's hard to call this one. I'm going to lean towards Cook. I know Darnold is back, but them linebackers in Dallas, they ain't no joke. And I think they might be able to bottle up Le'Veon, okay? So I'm going to lean towards Cook. It's going to close. Next one, we got Melvin Gordon. Is this the week he finally gets a full workload going against Williams up in Kansas City? This is tough. This is really a tough. I'm going to lean towards Melvin Gordon because sooner or later, eventually, they're going to have to give him the ball, get him ready to go. He's going to have to get some more catches. And he can catch the ball, too. He's going to get more touches. So I'm going to lean towards Gordon. Tight end spot. Another great matchup here. You got Kittles going against the Rams. Kelsey, Houston. Think that's going to be a shootout. I'm going Kelsey. Number one tight end in the land. Going against Houston. I think this is going to be a shootout. I'm leaning towards Kelsey. But I like Kittles. I'm not fronting on that man. And I can't believe the 49ers is really undefeated. Them jokers is playing. You know, I couldn't call it, but they are undefeated. Going into the flex. We got Sony Michel going against the Giants. Tyreek Hill. Is he playing? If he plays, he's scoring. I think he's going to score. So right now, I'm going to lean towards Michel, even though he hasn't done anything, just because I don't know if Hill's playing or not. So I'm going to lean towards Sony Michel. And we'll look at the defense. We got New Orleans going against Jacksonville. Minshew has been playing. And we got Green Bay going against Detroit, who's been playing. Matthew Stafford and them boys been playing. I'm going to lean towards Green Bay because they're at home. The defense has been playing well. I'm going to lean towards Green with this victory. Okay? Next matchup. We are going D-Block versus Can't Get Right. D-Block is sitting at 1-4 in the 12th spot. Can't Get Right is sitting at 3-2 in the 4th spot. Let's look at the quarterbacks. Jared Goff, King Godfrey, going against Aaron Rodgers, Detroit. Now, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been the same Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's different. I'm not saying he's not good, but he's different. This is not the Aaron Rodgers that we're used to. He's just flinging a rock all around the world. I'm going to lead towards Godfrey. San Fran's D is decent, but I think Godfrey is, Sean McVay, he is an offensive genius. I'm going to lean Goff at home. I think he's going to have a great game. Robert Woods going against, I don't know, Can't Get Right's going to go right now in his spot because he's got Robinson on the flex. Let me look at his bench real quick, and I can kind of assume who he's going to go. He's got, I already know he's going to put Randall Cobb in there, okay? He's going to put Randall Cobb in the next spot, going against the Jets. I don't see a touchdown coming from him, so I'm going to lean towards Robert Woods, the catches. I don't know if he's going to score. He might score, Robert Woods, especially if Brandon Cooks don't play, then Woods gets more love. Next spot, we got Adam Thielen going against Philly, going against Sutton. Cortland Sutton going against Tennessee. Sutton is questionable. I don't know if he's playing, but Sutton has been balling this year, so I'm going to lean towards Sutton over Thielen. Over Thielen because Philly, the secondary is weak. They're weak, but that front seven might get some pressure on Kirk Cousins. He don't have an opportunity to get the ball out of his hand. So I'm going to lean towards Sutton. Sutton's been balling. All right, running backs. David Johnson's going against Atlanta, going against CMC. CMC hands down. And tonight we're going to discuss mid-season MVPs, and everybody knows it's CMC, but I'm going to go second, third, and fourth spots because I'm pretty sure my partner is going to pick CMC as well as right now the current MVP because this boy is doing everything, CMC. Next spot. Joe Mixon going against Baltimore goes Howard. I'm not a big Mixon fan. He's going against Baltimore. Jordan Howard, I'm not a big fan, but he has earned touches. But Minnesota has a tough defense. I'm going to lean towards Howard just because I don't like Mixon. Sorry, Chuck. Tight end spots. Hawkinson going against Green Bay versus Zach Ertz. Hawkinson's questionable. I don't know if he's been cleared from the concussion protocol yet. He has time. It's on his Monday. I don't know if you want to sit and wait to see if he gets cleared. He better practice by Friday or it's going to be a little difficult. Zach Ertz, I like Zach. He's one of the top tight ends out there, so I'm going to lean towards Zach Ertz. We're going into the flex. We got Marvin Jones Jr. versus McCoy. I'm going to lean towards McCoy just because I said I think Houston and KC is going to be a shootout. So I got Can't Get Right taking the victory on this one. Sorry, fam. All right, next match we got. Come on, computer. Here we go. We got Monday Night Squad versus Uptown Assassin. Monday Night Squad is 5-0, sitting in first place. That's what I'm talking about, young man. Going against Uptown at 3-2 in the 6th spot. Now, Russell Wilson is going against Cleveland right now. Russell, I'm not going to say anything more. Going against Matthew Stafford. All right. I'm going to lean towards Russell Wilson. He's going to Cleveland, but Russell's proven that he's tough. The boy can play. Wide receivers, Julio Jones going against Mike Evans. Oh, Mike, I got you in another league, and you helped me with that 0. You a straight 0, nothing. Goose egg. Damn. So I'm leaning towards Julio. Julio's questionable right here, but he's going to play. So I'm leaning towards Julio. Next wide receiver spot, Tyler Lockett. The boy's tough, going against Mike Williams. Of course, I'm going Lockett. All right, Mike's a big boy, but he still hasn't shown me anything. Going against my Steelers, which is not that great, but I'm still leaning towards Lockett. Running backs, we're going Chris Carson versus Zeke. Of course, I'm going Zeke. Of course. Chris Carson, no slouch. No disrespect, but I like Zeke. That's my man. Next spot, we got Kenyon Drake going against James Connors. Connors is going to have a tough time because Steelers is going with a third-string quarterback, so they probably going to load up a little bit, but I don't think anybody's scared of Drake down in Miami. So I'm going to give it to Connors. I'm going to give the matchup to Connors. Tight end, Will Disley is going against Cleveland versus Olsen. Olsen goose egg last week. I think I think he's retiring after the season. So of course I'm going with Disley. He's been performing and he's got that double up, that stack. He's got that stack. So I'm going Disley. All right, flex, we're going to Sanu. Now, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you've been watching, but the Sanu, that's the Toilet Bowl trophy is the Sanu. We don't call it the Toilet Bowl trophy no more in this league. It's called the Sanu. But she got him in the flex. Going against Ito Smith. Okay. Ito, that's a smart pickup by Uptown because, like I said, Devontae Freeman has been a blade. Ito, I'm not saying he's been lights out, but he's been better than Freeman. So, I predict the upset here. I do predict it. I got Uptown winning this. Now, we'll see. Money Squad has been performing, but I got Uptown winning this. All right. Next matchup. We got Money in the Bank versus the Tooth Chippers. Tooth, don't listen to the Dana. Don't trade with her because she ain't your homie. I'm your homie. Now, we got Money in the Bank sitting at 0-4-1 in last space. He's the current first place winner for the Sanu, unless stuff changes. And we got the Tooth at 1-4 in 13th spot. Let's look at the quarterbacks. We got Jimmy G going against the Rams, and we got Joe Flacco. And use wacko for starting Joe Flacco. That's all I got to say, homie, right there. So, of course, I'm going Jimmy G. We're going wide receiver 1 spot. Sammy Watkins, questionable. Is he going to play? Going against Josh Gordon. Well, everybody's questionable, but they're going to play. All these jokers is questionable. Jordan's playing tonight. I'm going to lean towards Gordon. The Giants D is that suspect. Leaning there. Next one, we got Boyd going against Baltimore. And we got Diggs going against Philly. I think Diggs is going to have a game tonight. Like I said, you're going to beat Philly. You're not running really balling them because that front 7 is fierce. You're going to have to put the ball up. I think Diggs has the game. Not Thielen. I think it's Diggs' turn to have that game. Let's look at the running backs. We got Mark Ingram. I'm sorry. Mark Ingram going against Cincinnati versus Fournette. Fournette has quietly been doing some things if you haven't been looking. So I'm leaning towards Fournette. He's been doing his thing, And we're going to the next one, Matt Breida, which I love. Matt Breida is a beast going against Malcolm Brown. So, yeah, he's just a crapshoot. He's hoping that Gurley gets banged up a little bit and they put Brown in there, that in the red zone and gets a touchdown. All right, we're going tight ends. Atkins, that's a waste. And we're going to Hooper. He's been balling. Of course, I'm going to Hooper with the edge. And we're going into the flex. He's going Jones from Pittsburgh, third-string quarterback. To me, that's just, that's a dart throw in the dark. And we got Juju Smith-Schuster. So, of course, I'm going with my boy. I'm leaning Juju, even though he's a third-string quarterback. I think Juju will have better numbers than Johnson. You got Steeler versus Steeler. I am going to lean towards Tooth with the victory. I'm leaning towards Tooth. It's kind of hard, but I'm going to lean towards Tooth. Because I don't know what Sammy Watkins is going to do. Is he playing? So I'm going to lean towards Tooth with the victory. All right. Let's look at the next matchup. This is the last one, folks. We got punk-ass Decepticons going against the Joker. And punk-ass, I know, what? I'm just a blade because, like I said, I went on there and looked, and I saw the thing. I thought it was loading. I went back like a half an hour later. It was still, I was like, why this thing ain't loading? Then I realized, you dummy, that's why I gave myself the donkey of the day. Yeah. You got me on that one. I was like, why is it not loaded? But let's look at these matches. We got Punk ass sitting at 2 and 3 in 9th spot, and we got the Joker at 3 and 2 in the 5th spot. Look at the quarterbacks. We got Matt Ryan going against the Cardinals. We got Tom Brady tonight against the Giants. Tom Brady, the Giants, I keep on saying that they're not good. So I'm leaning towards Tom Brady. Wide receivers, she going with that stack. We got Ridley going against Arizona, and we got DJ Moore. DJ Moore showed some signs last week. And then, the early game, they in London, he did show some signs, but it's hard because I like Ridley. But Sanu has been eating into his production a little bit. So I'm going to lean towards Moore. I'm going to give it to Moore. Cooper Cup has been balling. I should have really thought about drafting this young man. He's been balling. We're going against Edelman. Edelman tonight, there goes the stack. And I like Joker stack better than I like Punk stack. So, Edelman's questionable, but he's going to play too tonight, watch. So I'm going to lean towards Edelman. Running back, Ty Gurley, going against San Fran. The defense is tough. Super Camario going against Jacksonville. Tough defense as well. I'm going to lean Kamara because they really need him, especially with Drew Brees out. They have to find ways to move this ball up and down. So they got to get him more involved. So I'm leaning towards Super Camario. Next running back spot. She's going with Hillman because I know Wichita got banged up. The Goldman got banged up. So this boy's going to be out. I really don't know much about him. Is Saquon might be playing tonight. That's another thing. So my boy Derrick Henry, he's a beast. Going against Denver in Denver. Denver D is all right. I'm going to lean towards Henry because I've been endorsing him all year. I should have drafted him. Let's look at these tight ends. Walker going against McDonald. Wow, is McDonald's going to play? If McDonald plays, I'm leaning towards McDonald. That's the thing. I don't know if he's playing. Let's look at this flex. And Punk got a great flex with Chark. DJ Chark going against Carlos Hyde. Chark takes that. I think he's definitely because Minshew is very good. I don't think that boy Foles next season is going to have a job with Minshew playing. If he continues to play like he's playing, he's very serviceable. He can get the job done, and they love him down there with the mustache. Everybody's buying that stuff. So it's a business too, folks. But I'm going to lean towards Joker with the victory, and that's what we're going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my Week 6 predictions. Everybody have a great day. Tune in later on tonight. My partner and I get up. But it's going to be late because, like I said, I work my second job again, so I don't get home till after 8 o'clock. But until next time, folks, peace.